It's Josh.
Josh, what up, baby? So
I
look,
was
man.
I was just gonna say you said that the other day with the 3 minute,
Mhm.
and that's been like so helpful. Like entering the minute or seeing what happens the minute before, or like
Mhm.
waiting until that 3 minute, like right before the 3 minute hits,
Yeah.
because then that's when you find out if it rejects,
Yeah.
and it's been working so well for me.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
called.
I'll let you
Yeah.
explain
It's a
it.
3 minute candle entry, right? Now, this is something I've been doing my whole career. So I've been doing this for about 15 years. Now, I never ever cover it because it's just something I do, right? It's something that I naturally do every single time. But I've never ever, like, I told you guys in the Discord a year ago, I cover it in boot camps. Like, if I do a special trading boot camp, I'll cover that because in a boot camp, I'm covering how I trade and the way I enter trades, right? So I cover that all the time. And I'll make this video now so that way in about 2 to 4 weeks, when Calvin Hill starts talking about 3 minute candle entries, we can all know where it came from, right? So it's a shout out to all my influencers out there that always listen to my project, my cast, and come see me, and then make videos on the things that I teach about. But guys, for God's sake, send a shout out to your boy, right? I got to come out there, I got to come claim my information. That's just ridiculous. All right, so a 3 minute candle entry is basically a very simple way, right? So every time you enter, whether it's a 1 hour candle, a 3 minute or 5 minute candle, 15 minute candle, you should be entering on 15-minute candles, 30-minute candles, 45-minute candles, 1 hour candles, right? Or your daily candle or whatever you're doing, or your weekly candle, right? But the most important thing is to understand is that all these candles are entered on a 3 minute candle, right? At some point, the 3 minute candle is involved in that entry. So what that 3 minute candle entry is simply that once a 3 minute candle hits, right, you would wait 2 minutes of that 3 minute candle to go by, and 1 minute before the next 3 minute candle is when you would make your entry or make your decision, right? So if you're going to enter a coin or whatever, you would look at your time, and all everyone candles are based like on a your hour clock, right? So from noon to noon, 12:03, 12:06, 12:09, 12:12, 12:15. So basically on a 3 minute pattern, after the 3 minute candle hits, you need to wait 2 minutes after the 3 minute candle hits, and then you would make your entry on that last minute before the next 3 minute candle. And what that's going to do for you guys is you're going to see a lot of times the candle will come in, there'll be a big spike, and then there'll be a big pullback. And then you enter, and then you get into the right position. Otherwise, you buy at the top, then the pullback comes, and you're wrong. So right here, we have a 218, right? See how this candle pushed up here? If you would have been entering incorrectly, you would have entered up here, right? And then right now, the 218, which is a 3 minute candle hit, and notice that you had a drop in the price, right? So the drop in that price moved you down literally 0.16. Now, if you're doing 100x leverage, that's 16%. If you're doing 50, that's 8, right? It's a big deal when it comes to people who are trading, right? And now, let's say if I wanted to make a trade here, right? I wouldn't enter on this candle that just hit. I would be entering on the 2 minute candle before the next one. So the next 3 minute candle is literally going to show up at the 21 mark. So I would enter at 220. All right, so at 220, I would make a decision here if I'm going long on this candle or if I'm not. And what that allows you to do, it allows you to basically see what's manifesting with the candle, and then it allows you to see what it wants to do, right? So here I can see that by waiting for this candle, I'm 1 minute away from my entry. I can see that it's starting to show that it's on a pullback side, right? And then if I do decide to enter here, right, it'll be at the best time for that entry to happen, right? Or I can see that it's starting to go the other direction. So I would expect the candle to continue on with its movement based on what it is. So here's 219. We need a 220 mark, and then we'll have our decision on our candle. But you just want to make sure that you're entering on that section there, that once the candle hits 220, that you can see what's happening. So we're going to get a mark here. So, and that's just to help you guys, it'll also help you guys be better patient when you make a decision to enter, and wait for a little more information before you enter. So here's the 220 mark, right? So that's our line on the 220. Now, if I'm going long, I enter there, right? That's my entry, right? No matter what I do, I would take that entry right there. Okay, very simple. Now look what's happening. By waiting for that long to happen, I basically got myself in a position where if I was doing 100x, I saved 20%. If I was doing 50, I saved 10%. But that's how I would enter right there. It just lets me be in a better flow there, guys. So that's the 3 minute entry. You always enter after this 2 minutes. So 1 minute before the next 3 minute candle is when the entry happens, guys. So start doing that inside your entries and start realizing how much it saves you and protects you. That's a free tip right there. You'll never hear that from anybody else. I've been trading for 20 years, 15 years plus, and I've never heard anyone actually explain that to anybody. So that's shout out to your boy. That's my secret that nobody else does. But I'm sure it'll be around now. So guys, appreciate it. Use it. Help yourself out, guys. The best way to enter is on the 3 minute entry candle. Appreciate you. Good luck. God bless. Your boy VC says, make that.